Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I was not talking to you, mate. I can hear my son responding to my greetings. I hope you're doing well. I am very excited, and I hope you are too. As usual, let's start with the dollar. Yeah, happy Friday. Yeah, happy Friday. I hope you all had a wonderful week. Like myself. Very, very good week. Okay, let's jump on. Because the excitement, I don't know, it's Friday as well, so Friday excitement is also kicking in. Okay, so dollar, we did get our level 94.59, and we've seen a break on the hourly. So on the 4-hour, you want to see 4-hour down candles now. Not giving up. This is just in the middle of nowhere. This is the important one. At least they need, if they're gonna go down, they need to run this low and hit this level. Because if you remember, if you go back to the examples that I showed you guys, anytime price comes back down, it comes to the next level at least, and then rejects and then continue going higher. But 50% of the overall overall range is where we do find a bit of consolidation. So it's normal what is going on in here, but it's still gonna go up. Okay, so on the foreign currencies, yes, we are getting pullbacks, but like I said, I've done this several times and it did punish me, so I don't want to go that way. Okay, if it does give us a nice pattern, then we go with it. So what do I mean? If it does give us this pattern, okay, now I can draw. This one, yeah. If it does give us a nice pattern with everything that I want to see, okay, then we can go in. I want to see a quick move away, the run on stops, and then the beautiful down candle. Then we go in for a long, because that will be institutional buying. But if not, then we stay away from counter trend. All right, let them push it up, and then we look for a continuation to the downside. So if you go onto the daily, we do have, yesterday I did draw out the down candles that I'm watching. So the main one is this one here. Okay, that's the last down candle prior to the move above this, and then we broke down. So this candle's low will be important, same as this one, because that also saw another down candle taking out this high. but this holds more weight, just the same as this one does. And the reason why I think this one might hold price is because of this low gap in here. Let's delete that. Because of this low gap in here, we do have a small gap in there, and ideally that's what I think might trap people. Yeah, this might trap people. They might hit it and then reject. So on the lower time frame today, I'm watching it to see how price will unfold. If I see a run above quickly and a rejection, then we're gonna continue going short on this pair. All right, so I'm watching here and there. Let's go into the daily again, because that's the second. Let's change this one right there. If you go on the weekly, that's a weekly closure in this huge move to the downside. That's something for next week, not this week. But for today, the one I'm watching is this one here. Okay, they might hit it and then reject. It's not visible on the lower time frame, but on the higher time frame it is there. Okay, between this high and that low, that price point is very important. So they could hit it in there and then a rejection. So that's something I'm watching for today. Okay, so watch that level on your chart, and then if we hit it and then we break down, then you know what time it is. It's time to sell short. Let's look on the lower time frame, because on the high time frame we've dropped down too much. I'm not seeing anything. The only one that we had beautifully, look at that gap there, how sensitive it is. Inside we had this down candle inside, and then price dives down, it comes back to the wick, the low of that gap, and then we dive down. We're gonna do more work. We're gonna do more work on gaps going forward. Okay, expand your understanding on gaps. Pound. Okay, so on pound we are still sideways, nothing much going on. Let's go on to the higher time frame. These lower time frames are just annoying. Let's remove this. It looks like we might come back up into this gap and this last up candle, the range between this high and that low. We have formed a swing low, so I think we are going to gradually grind up. If we go on to the day 1 hour, previous week low and high, and then we broke down. Okay, yes, let me do this so you understand what I mean. That's last week's low taken. So what does that mean? It means they want to continue going lower, so we could potentially get this going in next week. Here, that low, this equal high, we could get price to come back up here for next week high, and then we continue going down. Yeah, so next week, Monday, Tuesday, once price open, we could see a push to the upside, up in here somewhere, and then we're gonna see a rejection and a continuation to the downside. Okay, and that lines up with this last up candle as well. So let's see next week what we're gonna get out of this pair. For now, it looks like they want to gradually grind it up, but there's nothing really standing out to use to take a trade. There's nothing standing out to use to take a trade. So, and yesterday I did go back to my journal, and I read a phrase which has got stuck in my head. Okay, and I read a phrase to you. I think it's a quote from Bruce Lee, and he said he's not afraid of someone who learns 1,000 ways to throw a punch. He's not afraid of that person, but he's afraid of someone who has mastered one punch 1,000 times. Okay, if you understand what it means, then you know what I mean. If you don't, then it means that it's better to practice one thing 1,000 times than to practice 1,000 things 1,000 times. I mean, not 1,000, to practice 1,000 things, basically. Yeah, so instead of practicing 1,000 things, you practice one thing 1,000 times. Okay, so what does that mean, and what am I trying to say? When it comes to smart money, there's a lot of techniques. There are so many ways you can skin the cat. Okay, and for you to do very, very well, it's important that you take one of the 1,000 ways, and then master it 1,000 times. Okay, it's better to take one of them and then master it 1,000 times. So I'll leave the choice to you. I've shown you so many things that you can use to apply on this chart, but choose one setup, one way to take a trade, and then use that 1,000 times, or practice that 1,000 times, and then make sure that thing becomes your weapon to extract whatever you want from the market. As I'm talking, bear with me, I do have an alert on. I have an alert on Bitcoin, because Bitcoin came to the level that I was looking for yesterday, which was to close in this. So I want to see a break in the lower time frame here. That's why I've got the alert. So if we break it, I'm going short. Okay, so back to the discussion. So it's better to practice one thing 1,000 times. Okay, so don't use every single thing that you've been exposed to with me, because if you do, you're gonna get confused. Not confused, but you're gonna get you're gonna be everywhere. Okay, don't be like me. I'm everywhere. Yeah, and don't be like me. Okay, choose one of these setups, one of these techniques, and then apply them. What I'm doing now, if you've noticed, I'm trying to push your attention to one of them, if you've noticed, and that is the breaker setup. is one of the powerful one of the powerful patterns that you ever come across. Okay, I'm trying to push you guys there, but it's not just that. You can trade the last up candles. Okay, when price return to the last up candles, you can go short, and it once price retraces to a last down candle with all the properties, okay, you can go long. That's also there, right? It's not limited to just that, but I'm trying to push your attention to the breaker because it's one of the powerful patterns out there if it has all the criteria that I think I explained yesterday. Yeah, if you go back to yesterday's lesson, I think I did explain institutional sponsorship. Okay, so you can use the institutional sponsorship and then look for where the market shouldn't go, and then once it breaks, then you go with the flow, right? So that was just, by the way, a little tip by going through my journal. Okay, so we'll be looking for something above this high next week. Market opens, we want to see run up and then a rejection because the daily is bearish. Yeah, we are making low lows. We swung up and then we went down. So we want to see a pullback and then down into this gap because they've formed a swing low. Okay, it's finding trouble going higher because of this down candle, but I think with the strength in Euro Pound, the trade that we took yesterday, I think this overall is gonna go higher whilst Euro drops if the dollar continues to go higher. So for now, we don't have anything for a trade yet. Okay, so you're gonna sit on your hands on that. This is New Zealand dollar, and I want you to look at what has happened. Okay, and then appreciate these signatures in price. Yeah, that one, and then that one, and then that level. Yeah, that level there. Anytime you do have a lower low, yeah, a lower low, and then price is coming back down, find, we call it the rejection block. Find the last down candle's close. Find the last down candle's close. It's called a rejection block. And then look for a bounce. Okay, look for a bounce. That bounce later on is gonna set the market for equal low. Okay, it's gonna set there because as it's coming back down now, it's not equal low. We have a lower low. Okay, so in smart money or where I learned it from, we call this high resistance liquidity run. High resistance liquidity run means that price is going to find it hard to break it, to run for the liquidity. Okay, like what we've placed in here, price is not going to go up. Okay, it's going to find resistance up in here. Okay, so it's called high resistance liquidity run, and then once it places this low, it becomes a higher low. And when we do have a higher low, that is called low resistance liquidity run, and that is one of the easiest trading you want to always take in. Anytime you're taking a trade, okay, a sell, a buy, and we are going to run a high or a low, you want the road to be low resistance. Okay, I might not do a teaching at the end because I'm incorporating them as I'm going on, because these are things that when I see, I need to, because it's happened over and over and over again. I need to draw your attention to it. This is high resistance liquidity run, and then this will be a low resistance liquidity run. When price gets here, it will find it easy to break it, right? It will find it easy. The reason behind it, I was not exposed to it. I was just told this is high resistance, this is low resistance. The algo will know that price made a lower low. Okay, therefore it's gonna look for a rejection and then go for a retracement. So that's what I know. So anytime we have this pattern in price, look for the rejection, and then it's going to offer a bounce. Okay, and then once it bounces, you're going to look for high time frame levels. So on the high time frame, this is the daily, we do have this last down candle prior to the move up taking out this high. So that's a high time frame level. So the low to the open is where price will go and seek, and then once it gets to that level, we expect it to roll over again and then continue coming down. But this time it should come down and break this very easily. Okay, so yes, we have a target there, but it's not going to go through it yet. It's going to bounce and then come back and break it. To give you another example of it, okay, in here, I want you to see same thing in here. What is this? We had a low and a lower low. Find the down candles close, right, and then see how perfect it hits it and then rejects. So it will set the stage for a low resistance liquidity run, and then later on it will come back down and then run it and make it a low resistance liquidity run, and then scream for this. Okay, so anytime you have this in price, always do this. Find the closing price, and if it's above something like this, we had one in here, something like this, we have a high, so find the closing price right there, and then boom, it falls off. Okay, same thing in here, and then it goes up, right? One of the powerful again, smart money tools around. Okay, so there you go, giving it out all for free. Oh dear. Okay, so back to this. So we'll be looking for a move back into these two levels, and then we'll be expecting a rollover again, at least to take out this low. We do have this low gap in here, so another place to consider a bounce in here, and then with that bounce we come back down later and take out this equal lows. All right, so let's see how far they're gonna push this thing up. Look at that, there's a low gap in here, and that last up candle, I talked about this the other day, that I was looking for that from that level. Okay, this last up candle, that's where I was looking for the bounce to go into that area, and then a rejection. So looking at what they've done so far, I think they might want to take it up there. We didn't get any breaking structure on the lower time frame, unless on the 15 minutes Yeah, even on the 15 minutes there was nothing. It didn't break properly for us to get any reasonable trade on this. So look next week. Let's see how far they've come down. This week has just sold off. That's very deep. Yeah, we're still below 50%, but we do have a breaker there. So next week when price opens, we're not gonna sell short straight away. We're gonna look for a bit of a push, at least to this level, to form the high of the week, and then a rejection. So maybe this week, today, price is not gonna do much. We might come back down into this gap, and then we stay sideways, or they could send it all the way up there. It's not relevant right now. Okay, so do not chase anything today on this pair. Let's have a look on this one. Aussie New Zealand, Aussie dollar. We are trading at a high time frame level. This is our last down candle prior to the move up, and then we broke down. So this would be our next area of interest. If we go into the weekly, that would be our weekly last up candle. So next week we might get price to come back up in here. Yeah, we might get price to come back in there, and then let's measure the high to the low. That's still below 50%, so we have to be patient. This can get a bit tricky because everybody's now that price has dropped, everyone's eyes on this pair. Yeah, everyone is looking at this pair, and that's when they start to manipulate price. So let's not let them get us. So we're gonna be very patient next week going in, because we had a significant drop. Okay, and I'll tell you another thing again. the most time that I've given away money back to the market is after I've got a really decent trade for the week. After I've got a decent trade for the week, okay, and then the following week I go in back again straight away. Okay, because what happens is this week, after this decent run, you get into a state of euphoria where you think it's gonna reproduce next week, same thing again, which isn't the case. So most of the time I've given away everything that I've made the previous week. Right? This week made a lot of pips, and then the following week gave it all back because I'm trying to make more of what I made the previous week. Okay, so again, another little advice: once you've made like a lot for 1 week, the following week you want to dial back. Okay, you want to sit on your hands and wait a little bit. Don't get this itchiness. Don't get this itchiness to get back into the market straight away, because chances are you're gonna give something back. Okay, that is, I don't know, it sounds a bit weird and it sounds a bit off saying it, but it is what it is. If you're not careful, that's what's gonna happen. Okay, so next week you want to really, really dial back and wait, because after a huge move like this for this week, they are going to pause and manipulate price. Okay, so you want to make sure that you are not giving back what you've made so far. Okay, so I'll say next week between Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, at least if you want to take a trade, Tuesday, Wednesday, that's when you start looking at the market. Forget Monday. Absolutely close your computer Monday. You can join the live chat, but do not take any trade on Monday. Not even my setup, nothing. Don't take anything on Monday. Okay, it will save you a lot. Okay, so that's another thing in my journal that needs to be thought. So with this one, they might bounce it back up. How far, we don't know, and that's when it becomes a bit tricky, because once it's bouncing off like this, because we are bearish, we don't know how far they're going to bounce it to. Okay, so if you go long and then they just decide to turn it around back down again, then you give back. If you go short and they decide to pull it a bit higher, then you give back. So that's where it becomes tricky. This is just it's falling, so everybody sells short. Okay, but here it's like, okay, are they going to continue going down, or are they going to bounce up? How far up are they going to bounce, and how far down are they going to take it? So in here is a bridge. You want to wait. If they start pushing it up, just gradually follow it. It will get to a point that they will turn around, and then once they turn around, you want to jump back in. So ideally, we have this institutional level up here. So if price gets up there and it gives you signals that it wants to go down, then and then you go in it. Okay, but until then, you sit on your hands, and if it breaks back down, then you can continue going short. Okay, so right now, nothing, just sit on your hands and let's be patient. So all this is for next week. So we're looking at that level 71.56.50 for next week, projecting high of the week there. Okay, and that last up candle there is also interesting, so that's what we're gonna look for next week. Dollar yen, we've not done much since yesterday. It looks like they want to take it up there, but price is going sideways. The level I like is just going to the 15 minutes. Yeah, it's gone. Why do I always miss them? That was the level. Okay, we came here, pushed away, came here, pushed away. Again, I think this session is going all lesson. Okay, this is one of the setups you can use. Okay, buy the down candles, buying the down candles. Okay, that could be your setup. Because once price comes back to these down candles, you can buy. If it has all the qualities, which is it has a good push away, it had a good push away, then price comes back to a down candle, then you buy. It's just institutional sponsorship, elephant in the room. Okay, and then you buy. That is another setup, and the other one is the breaker. Okay, which is the one I'm trying to force you guys to. You can do both of them. There's nothing wrong with it. Okay, you can buy this if it has all the qualities. The only thing is you might start buying when it doesn't have all the qualities. Yeah, you might start buying when it doesn't have all the qualities of the down candle prior to the move up. Okay, so if you want to add this to your setup, i.e. if you want to buy the down candles, study this one, study that one, and see the qualities that it has, the signatures that it has for price to come back there and then shoot back up. Okay, you want to study all the down candles that react. Yeah, just those two for now. Yeah, we had a down candle, shoot up, institutional sponsorship, comes back, and then it goes up. Same down candle, shoot up, institutional sponsorship, comes back down, and then it goes up. And another thing you can study as well, in addition to it, is where the range, if you place your fib, how far that down candle is. Okay, if it's within 61.8, 61.8 to 79, perfect, and it has these qualities, then it's perfect. Same thing in here. Yeah, 79, and then it goes up. Okay, let's remove that. Let's continue. So I think we might get continuation to the upside. Maybe not today, because it might keep going back and forth, but the upside objective is 105.82. Dollar Swiss. I like this one. Yeah, on the 4 hour, based on the 4 hour right here, below this candle, I'll take the entry below that candle. Okay, so next week, Monday, Tuesday, I want to see price being supported there. I don't want to see a break below that. Okay, if we break below this, then we're coming back down in here, which I don't want to see that. Yeah, because our upside objectives is right there. And you could have done what I did with the dollar, same thing on this one, by identifying the high time frame objective and then doing the same thing. You could have arrived at all these down candles. 1, 2, 3. This one, one will be within these ones, and then this one here. Okay, we're not going to take any trade today, so that's from here. Okay, I think we might go up a little bit more. It's the last up candle right here, right there. Okay, let's see if, yeah, looks about right. We did move away sharply from here, sharply from there, sharply from there. Hang on, let's look at this high. This is future prices, forecasting future prices. Okay, I want to see the up candles on the lower time frame on the 4-hour. Okay, we do have here, 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 here. Yep, this looks about right. Yep. So down candle there, down candle here. So this looks about right. So if we divide them into two, if we divide them into two, right here, we find that down candle in the middle. If we divide this into two, we find that down candle in the middle. And if we divide this into two, we'll be expecting price to come here. You want to cry. Okay, so that's your swing projections. Future prices. So we should find support here and then shoot up. You can keep on dividing this into as many as you want, but the main fall, your main fall has to be lined up, and the way it lines up is by going back in price. Okay, and then once you measure, there has to be institutional sponsorship at the levels, because this is you're tracking an algo. Okay, because an algo has repeating phenomena. They repeat over and over again. So if its algo is perfect, the algo doesn't make mistakes. So at these levels, you should see there, that is not random. Here, that is not random. Here, that is not random, because I didn't pick them in the lower time frame. I just placed the lines, the first two price points, this low and that high. Okay, and then it brings them out. So once you see those reactions at the levels, then it's showing you that yes, these are algo price points. So going forward, if it's true, they will repeat itself. Okay, and then you can see here, I didn't come up with this, but you can see perfect down candle, push away, perfect down candle, push away, down candle, push away, and then something of that could form in here, and then we push to the next level. Okay, so we're looking for a continuation to the upside. We might get a pullback for Monday, Tuesday, or probably they'll just keep pushing it up. That's why they say yesterday, do not try to think that price is going down, because it's just doesn't happen like that. Okay, the fact that we've hit a level means that we've hit a level, and that's it. It doesn't mean we're going down. So this could catch people off guard, and then they could just ram it up again. All right, this is 50%, so they could hang it around there and then hit it to 95. So our next upside objective, 93.12. Dollar CAD. I think CAD has gained some strength yesterday, and we've got a pullback, but it only pulled back to the down candle on the daily, and it looks like it's turning around. Maybe you could get something on this one. Let's see. We have cleaned these lows. We have cleaned these lows and rejected, but I don't like the energy they pushed above. The energy should have broken above this high. Then we could use this up candle or the down candle for a trade. I don't like the energy pushed above. I don't like the push out. Okay, so we're gonna stay out for now. There's nothing on the high time frame. And then for yeah, this down candle is where they are hitting it from. Let's go to lower time frame. Yeah, we have to wait for a break above this high for a continuation to the upside. Yeah, once we break above that high, we could find something on the high time frame. Let's have a look where price. My eye just draws to them like a hawk. Right there. That's our next upside objective. They want to take out this high into. And I can see something like this. And this one, which is almost together with that. So it's just two of them. And then the initial consolidation. So we'll be looking for price to come in here. This pattern is also as one of my mentors preferred pattern. He wants to see this because he's been doing it. Like I said, he practiced one punch 1,000 times. He's been doing it for ages, so he can see this like crazy. I see it after something happens, but he sees it forming. I see it after something has happened, but he sees it forming. So I guess there are levels of mastery. I'm gonna get there. I'll see it forming. Okay, so we're gonna look for price to come up in here. So if you trade above there, then we'll be looking for a continuation to the upside, or maybe they will run some stops and reject. Maybe Monday they will run down, reject, and then we can buy for a continuation to the upside. So for now, just sit on your hands. Nothing much going on, so sit on your hands. This morning I didn't wake up early, or yesterday I didn't spend enough time on the chat yesterday after our session, but there was a 4-hour level that price came back to. This one here, that could have been another area to reload. Yeah, that could have been another area to reload. I hope most of you have forgotten our treasured pattern that I gave you guys. I think most of you have even forgotten about it. And that's what I'm talking about. Practicing one punch 1,000 times. Okay, we have an up candle engulfed. Okay, we look for price to come here for a continuation to the downside. Let's go into Bitcoin for now. Let's have a look what Bitcoin is doing. Okay, I'm gonna set a sell limit here. If this closes, this 1 hour candle closes, sell limit here with a stop above there, and then I'm looking for a 1-2-1 for today. He stopped me out yesterday. Right there. Yeah, to come back in here. And then I'll leave some to see if we're gonna go down. Alright, yeah. Covering this high and then the last down candle there. Okay, so have your alert on, and then if this candle closes as it is, then the next candle opens, you want it to wick this down candle and then send us down. because yesterday I took a short on the 4-hour level here, and it blew through it. Okay, and I couldn't catch the long, so I'll leave that there for now. I'm gonna get there. So yeah, price got back up into that last up candle on the 4-hour, and then it drove back down. So I'm still looking for a continuation to the downside on this one. This is the breaker setup. Okay, you want to take a screenshot and then dream, eat, drink, and walk with it. Yeah, you want to walk, sleep, eat, drink this pattern. Okay, that is your ticket to being a millionaire. Study the structure, study how it all forms, what makes it a good one and what makes it a bad one. Okay, it has to have certain qualities, and then if it does, this is it. Easy. I give you this to protect you, but you can go for the only down candles down there. Okay, and then you can smash 5 to 1, 6 to 1s easily. That was a 4 to 1. You can send it all the way down here for continuation to take out this low. That's a 6 to 1. Okay, but I give you this for your own protection. I want you to have peace of mind. It's not gonna get there, and if it gets there like Bitcoin, then we are absolutely wrong, like it did here. If it does get above that, then we're absolutely wrong. Okay, so we're looking for a continuation to the downside on this. So if you're still short, just hang on to it. Another dream. Another dude. Why is it strong? Because it's strong. Why is it strong? Because I think I've explained it. It's a trap. Okay, they trap traders. Let's go back. Let's use this one because this one was a beauty yesterday. I really enjoyed this one. And let's go into the 15 minutes. It's a perfect. Where is it? Gone. There. This is the bigger. This is a bigger one. Okay, if you guys didn't realize, that's a bigger one. This down candle, okay, run this high, rejection, elephant in the room, move to the downside, retracement to this down candle, and then we look for a continuation to the downside. Let's go back to the lower time frame and get rid of all this drawing. We all know what it is. Here we're looking for a continuation to the downside. That was target 2, target 3, I guess. I can't remember now. Yeah, target 1 was here, target 2 was there, and that was target 3, and then target 4. Let's delete this one for now, and then go on to here. Okay, let's zoom in right there. Why others are not valid? Yeah, that's something I'll say steady, but I'm going to give you when others are not valid. Okay, because if I give you everything, you're not going to learn. Yeah, if I give you everything, you're not going to learn, and I want you to learn. Spend time on the chart and then see it for yourself. So what makes this one a strong one, and the reason why this is a trap, you always want to see this. Look at what price was doing prior to this. Okay, forget everything in here. Just look at this fractal in here. I want you to look at this fractal in price, and prior to prior to this down candle, what was price doing? It was going up, right? So we were going up, 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 up. So what is the natural thing that traders would do? They'll buy on a pullback. Okay, so as price pulls back down, traders will try to buy this. All right, traders will try to buy this. So if you understand the context of the trend, i.e. on the higher time frame, where is price drawing to? Is it drawing down or drawing up? That is the clue, because once you understand that it's drawing up, this is just a mini retracement. So once we break this down, okay, those who are trying to buy are trapped. Okay, because once you buy here, you'll be expecting price to continue going higher, and then price will break down and it traps them. And as it's coming back down, what would they try to do? If you used to be like me, you buy more expecting it to go higher, and then you make more money, and then it hits the down candle prior to the break. This down candle prior to the break, that is your breaker, and then we move away. Okay, comes to it. Please keep an eye on Bitcoin for me. I don't want to miss it. Let's put it on here. Okay, it didn't want to close below. Did it? I think it did. But okay, this is one of the clues. Okay, it needs to break, not this. This is not break. This is like a stop run. Okay, it needs to break. It looks like a stop run. So if it does come back down again, then that is a break. If we close bearish again, that's a break, and then it will come back down for come up again for a retest. Let's go back to this. Now, there are certain things that will make this high probability. What are those? First of all, you want to see them move away from the down candle. Yeah, you want to see them move away. Is it high energy? The move away, is it high energy? Because if it's high energy, chances are people bought there. Okay, and that is one of the clues. Another clue is this low gap. Another clue is this low gap here. Yeah, high energy gap. It has to have one of these. If it doesn't, forget it. Okay, if it doesn't have these, forget it. Bitcoin, high energy, yes. Does it have a gap? No. Okay, let's go back to Euro Pound. Go to the 1 hour. Does it have high energy? Yes. Yeah, they move away from that down candle. So what will people be doing? They'll be trying to buy it. Does it have a gap? Yes. Okay, and then price hits the gap with the down candle and it fell off. This is I'll let you go in price and look for it for yourself. I'm not gonna make you daydream it. Okay, so back to this again. High energy gap, and sometimes the third one is this up candle there. What this up candle means, yeah, what this up candle means is here they are, for those who don't understand. So for me, I understand it. For those who don't understand, this is transferring the buy orders, okay, buy orders that were used to take price up at the interbank level. Okay, this is deep stuff. Level 1000. Level 1000. So at the interbank level, according to my mentor, okay, this down candle, as they took price up, this is intentional. So once price comes back down here and forms an up candle and breaks it, it's like people know what is going on here. There are people that knows what is going on here. Okay, so for those people that know what's going on here, this up candle is where they are selling. So instead of people buying there, they are selling it. Remember, smart money sells with what? Up candles, and buy with down candles. So this up candle will be those who understand what's going on in here. They are selling right there. Yeah, they are selling right there. So once you have this energy move, this up candle, and this low gap, that area becomes like a burning fire. This whole area becomes like a burning fire. That's why you can place your stop above this candle. You can place your stop above this one for peace of mind, like I want to give you guys. Or you can place it here and forget about it. Yeah, you can place it up there and forget about it. Alright? So it's entirely up to you. And then if price breaks it, if price breaks this whole move to the downside is manipulation. They're gonna take it up. Okay, so those are your clues. They are not in a drawdown. That's not a drawdown. This is just we call it redistribution. There's more to it. It's what we call, if you've seen my mentor's work, is the market maker sell model. We call it a sell model. So the market maker engineered a sell. Okay, they started from here engineering that sell. So what's going to happen is this down candle is going to match up with that one. Okay, and then let's drop down to the 5 minutes chart, and then you're going to see what I mean. This is what the sell model looks like. is the sell model looks like this. So at the interbank level, there are people that know this. Not the interbank level is high level. It's not the normal commercial banks. Yeah, we're looking at like banks above JP Morgan. Yeah, there are banks above JP Morgan that knows about the algo. Okay, there are banks that knows about the algo. So those people will know what is going on. This is a sell model. So as price turns around in here, the areas where they bought is going to turn around and be areas where they're going to sell. So as price is coming back down, they are not in the drawdown. This is just redistribution. They are redistributing the buy that they bought in here. So as price gets here, it's just it's like they are closing their longs, because this is engineered. They are closing their longs and selling short. So the sell short is these up candles, and then the initial target is down here, because this whole price move is engineered. It's a sell model. Okay, it's a sell model. So as price goes up, it's engineered. Once it breaks down, areas of distribution, areas of accumulation will turn out to be areas of distribution. So right here is your area of distribution, and then we sell off. This is high level. You won't understand this for now, but in future you will. Yeah, I've started pointing them out to you by doing this. Yeah, by doing this, and by doing this. So when I do those things, those are areas of what? Distribution. They sold here, they sold there, they sold there. So once price breaks above it, they will become areas of accumulation. They're gonna buy there, they're gonna buy there, they're gonna buy there. Okay. So for your high probability ones, you want to see those signatures in price before you take part. And then for the OB, for the last down candle or the last up candles, the signatures are, it can be engulfed like this. So as price comes back up and price, okay, as price comes back up and price hits this, if it has a void, it means that price is only coming back up to rebalance, because we need to have price moved quickly away. That's all you need to understand. Price went down quickly, so as it's coming back up, it's coming to rebalance and then go back down. That's all. Okay, so something like this. In here, we move away quickly, especially taking out this low here. If it's coming back up, it's only coming back up to rebalance the last up candle. That's its main agenda. Yeah, so it comes back to the last up candle and then it sells off again. So if you look at this is 1 hour time frame, but you can apply it on any time frame. 4 hours, 15 minutes, 5 minutes, 1 minute is the same thing. Okay, and then the last down candle, let's see if I can find an example. This one. Yeah, price shoots up quickly, comes back down to the last down candle. It's only coming back down to do what? To rebalance, because price shot up quickly, comes back down, hits it, and then it goes off. So the buy, if you want to use the down candles to buy, make sure it has these qualities. Another quality that it can have is if it runs a stop. Okay, the down candle, you want the down candle to run a stop. I'll do a something to make it easier, yeah, and then I'll give it to you guys for you to like print it and have it on your wall, so that you know when to take certain trades. When they are not there, you don't take them. Okay, I want you all to become millionaires, and then you can buy me a Tesla, okay, and post it to me. Okay, so if then we're still looking for a continuation to the downside to take out this low, and then after that low is taken, we start anticipating for some longs. Okay, after this low is taken, we start anticipating for some longs. Euro, New Zealand, we have come back down into, let's see if they manage to close above it. They did. Right, so that is consolidation. Yeah, they've come back inside the range, so they've taken stops above here. And they've taken stops below here, so that's a consolidation market. So we could see, let's drop down. I was looking at this yesterday, and not this one, Euro Aussie. You're gonna see another breaker set up on there. Okay, so right, this is perfect. This is absolutely perfect. I like white. If they have white, buy me a white one. Okay, so this is another sell model. Okay, now I want you to look at these down candles and see how once they break, they go back to redistribute. This down candle, they go back to redistribute. This was the candle I was not this one, and there's one on Euro Aussie. We're gonna go on to that in a minute. This is also going to be redistributed. They're gonna close and go the other side of the trade. Yeah, they're gonna sell here. They're gonna sell here. They're gonna sell there. Okay, once you see it in price, that's how you trade it. Right? Like I said, I'm all over the place. I'm all over the place. So you guys can pick one of them. But this I'll teach this into much details, but I'm just pointing it to you. That's a breaker, advanced breaker. This is advanced breaker. The other one is a normal breaker. This is advanced. So as they break this down candle, price goes down. As they break this down candle, hits it, price goes down. So it's like a ping pong. Hit this one, goes up, comes back down. Hits this one, goes up, comes back down. And then where is it trying to reach for? Here. So on the higher time frame, you will not see anything, and that's what makes it hard to trade. You need to see it for you to be able to trade it. Yeah, on the high time frame, it's like no more price action. Yeah, it's not showing anything. But if you drop down, that's what's going on. Okay, so where are they trying to reach for? This down candle was the target. We call it the initial consolidation. This whole area was a consolidation. So that's the initial consolidation, and then price shot out. Then we have accumulation, and then price turns around, distribution, and then if this thing is bullish, okay, at this level, it should find support and turn around and shoot back up again. If it's not bullish, they're gonna come back down and take out that low. Okay, this session is turning out to be 5 hours. We're gonna finish very soon. We've got a few pairs to go through. Okay, so I think they will come back down to this down candle. This was just a wick. it's gonna come back down. There is a gap in here. There's a gap in here, so they might come down and fill that. Or we do have equal lows in here. They could come and take that and hit this down candle. Yeah, it's all possible. Let's go into the weekly time frame, and yeah, it's a run on stops. Yeah, so for now, price has already left. Now you are aware of it. Going forward, I think this up candle is very powerful. No, I think it is powerful. So if you do retrace to that up candle, you can sell short. So I'm going to remove everything. Okay, if you return to this up candle, you can sell short for a continuation to the downside. First tag, if we do pull back, you can target this for a complete closure of that gap. And then this equal lows sitting right here. Yeah, it looks like it was engineered. And then we have this as an area of interest for a buy. It was a previous area of distribution and accumulation. Okay, so if we push up, sell short, come back down in here, and then something in there. And now this is the I was pointing this to a friend of mine because he drew my attention to it yesterday, that Euro Aussie has cleaned the equal high and we might see a break. And I said, yeah, I'm watching it. And then I woke up this morning only to see that it's broken down. And he asked me, and then I was pointing to him where the ideal entry should have been. So that's the ideal entry. We had, let's go back and see it, if it has the properties. Did it move away quickly? Yes. Did we have up candles? Yes. It's like 4 of them. Okay. And then did it have a gap? Yes. And then price hits it and then draws down. So it looks like we have something similar on this. Yeah, it's going to be marching. There's 2 of them. The original consolidation is all the way down here. We have 1 in there. And then we have the gap down there. So if this thing push up into this bearish last up candle, okay, you can sell short, but place your stop above this down candle. That's your protection. Okay, they shouldn't go above that down candle. So if it does pull back, I will just sell short here and place my stop there. Okay, and then I'll target all the way down. Okay, it's gonna, just like it's doing on that pair, it's gonna do this, something like that. So if you do pull back, then obviously you know what to do. If we take out this low, then wait, let it hit this, and it's gonna come back to this down candle, and then you go short again. This is one of my mentor's powerful secrets, and I'm gonna teach it to you, so you can buy me the Tesla. It's much easier if you guys buy me the Tesla, then I'll spend my money on it on something else. All right, so that's Euro Aussie. Aussie yen. I think much has gone on. Hang on, I do have something on this. Yeah, on the 15 minutes. It's gone. No, it's not. Let's see. Let's drop down to the 5 minutes. Back to the 15 minutes. I think they are coming back for these equal lows. It didn't quite break it. So that's one of the signatures that you don't want to see. You want it to break. Okay. But it looks like it's coming for this. It's just too nice. It's too nice to ignore. So it looks like they're coming for that. I only went on there because I've been monitoring that. Aussie yen, watch this down candle. Okay, if it breaks, there was energy to the upside. It has taken this stop, that stop. If it break, look for a run back down. Let's do this. Yeah, a run to the rejection block in here. Gradually I'll start speaking to you in smart money times. Okay, now you know rejection block. So there you go. Okay, so if that down candle gives up, look for a run to the rejection block there, and then take something off at the fair value gap. I've taught you fair value gap now, so I can talk about it. And the fair value gap. Okay, so it breaks, retest, sell short, look for a continuation to the downside. And your stop loss, we have 3 up candles in there, so protect yourself with that. New Zealand yen, let's see if we do have something on this as well. What level is that? Let's go into the high time frame. They have run this and rejected. Is it going to be just a run on stops and go back up? It could be. Let's remove all this. It looks like they want to stay in consolidation. And this is New Zealand, so I think the Aussie New Zealand is making this pair do that. We wanted to see a break, not a run. So that's a weekly. Let's go on the 4-hour. Let me draw your attention to one more example in here. And how beautiful it looks. And then the initial consolidation gets run. With this retracement, I think I will only go for at least a trade once we go above 50%, because it looks like they run stops. Okay, this is a huge move. I'll only look for something up in here. This is the last up candle, and that one has been hit, so I'll be looking for something in here. On the 4i, hasn't given any meaningful area to go along. On the hourly, we did run some stops in here. I think there was a I like this on the 15 minutes time frame. Yeah, I like that on the 15 minutes time frame. But only for today. I like the move away. There's a little gap, and we did run some stops as well, so that looks interesting. It might not hit it and continue going up, but it might offer some form of a bounce. Okay, it might hit it like this and then go up a little bit and then maybe continue going down. Okay, or it can hit it and then boom, you never know. But I like that level. Yeah, it has signatures that my brain eye gets drawn to. Okay, we have elephant in the room. It did run some stops. It has a fair value gap in there, so that looks good. If we break it, that's your trigger. It's gonna come back down here. Okay. Nice one, Marco. Marco is not playing about. I was fast asleep. I think time difference. I was fast asleep. Euro yen, like I said, I think they're gonna come for this equal low. We are stuck in a range, so they took out this high. I'm gonna come back for this low, but I don't want you to do anything on this for now. Pound, yen. Like I did say. Oh, you are? Yeah, I forgot you're in the UK. Yeah. Well done for being awake at that time. Right. I think they're gonna slam it up to that last up candle and rebalance, and then maybe continuation to the downside. Yeah, we are almost there. I think they'll take it up there and rebalance. 1 hour time frame. Let's drop down to the 15 minutes. I'm only going down 15 minutes because today's Friday. There's nothing much that we can expect. Yeah, I think that level there is absolutely beautiful. I might consider a sell if we get there, because it's just nice. Okay, price coming back to rebalance, and then we might see a continuation to the downside. So I'll wait for that. Instead of trying to catch along. I'll wait for this one. Okay, so on the 4R, that last up candle there is what we are waiting for. And then I'll be targeting that gap. Well done, guys. Keep it up. Keep it up. where we at? CAD yen. CAD yen. They've gone in. They've taken out this high. Dude. They've taken out that high. This level is still, I think there's something. You might hit this and then drop down. This last up candle in here. Okay, see how clean that is? And this fell short to hit it. It was too hot. And price went down, and then it came back up again and then went down. I think they might hit it and drop back down again. So next week, this is for next week. Let's go on the daily. Yeah, the daily is stacked with this down candle. That down candle is holding price to go up. So we might roll over and come to the rejection block. Okay, that's the 50%. So that's where my long is on the 4-hour. So I'm looking to buy. Very beautiful, crazy move to the upside, and it did take out some stops in here as well. So very nice level to consider. Eurocard, we are not going to look at it because it's just dead for now. Pound, Aussie. Okay, I think I got a question from someone. Yeah, that down candle. That's where he sold. He was asking me, price has hit a weekly last up candle. Okay, it hit the open. If it went to the main threshold. Okay, not up candle, the bearish order block. Okay, and then it broke down, so he sold short at this down candle, and he's asking me if it's right. So I just answered him, good one. Good one. Yeah, that was a beautiful sell. Even though it doesn't have all the necessary criterias, because of where it's coming from, very, very high. We broke this down last up candle on the 4-hour as well. That's a bit advanced. I'm not gonna show you that, but that's a bit advanced. So they sold here, we break it, we broke back down, they're gonna sell again. Okay, so that's what this wick is doing. They broke down here, went back in, dipped it, and then we're breaking down. Let's have a look and see on the hourly. We have a mini down candle, so that could also be an area to sell once we break it. Okay, once we break it, that could be an area to sell and target this gap. And then we have this down candle here as well. So the next target would be in there. Yeah, the next target could be in there. Sorry, the next sell, once we break it, could be up here, and a continuation to the downside. I will be cautious on this. I'll be cautious on this in case the pound regains its strength. Let's have a look at this one. In case this decides to continue dropping rapidly, then this thing might where is it? This thing might tear up. Okay, I don't like this. Dude. Yeah, I don't like the move away. It's not energetic enough but because we are high, price is too high and we're breaking down. That's the only reason why. You want to smell a punch? Smell it. Which one is this one? Pound New Zealand. I think they are selling back down this. Let's go into the daily. This broke to the upside, so this could be bought for next week. Let's remove what is drawing. We had a low here and they ran it and then they broke above, so this could be bought for next week. Somewhere down here. Somewhere in here we could anticipate a buy. Yeah, we could anticipate a buy in there. Okay, so we'll be watching that level for a buy next week. Let's go into the hourly. Yeah, a break retest with a stop above here and send it back down. Your stop goes above that candles. This candle's high. Okay. Yeah. For your own protection. You can bring it down here. Yeah. And then look for downside. There's a low gap in here. There's a gap in here. We've already been there. So it might hit this. Go for retracement into that area and then sell back down again. And you're targeting down here. If you do get that, trade, make sure you take, dude. Right, if you do get that, make sure you take something off here. Okay. Let's go and see. Okay, so price is now diving down. Let's see if we get a pullback to that level. And let's go back to the dollar. This is why we don't call the top. We don't try to catch it. Yeah. A lot of people get panicked this morning. A lot of people get panicked this morning. Okay, I like this. If we pull back, if we get a New York retracement, we will not be meeting during New York, but if we do get retracement back up in here, stop above this high for your protection. Okay, you can put it above here, that's fine, but for your protection, put it above there, then look for a continuation to the downside. It looks like they want to go down again. Okay, they've taken some stops. Down candle, very high probability. Taking forever today because I'm not doing afternoon session. Alright, where was I? Okay, I'm almost done. New Zealand CAD. This was a wonderful trade. Look at that. Ugh. Okay, hide that for now. Okay, hiding everything. You can tell I'm still a noob for TradingView. Not complete noob, but now let's bring back this one, and I want you to look at the down candle in here. Okay, the energy move away, the energy move back down, that little gap in there, everything perfect. They also run stops into it again. Okay, short term high, run it, boom, down. If you drop down to the lower time frame, you're gonna see another one in there. Okay, we broke down, quickly retest, and then we shot down. Let's go to the 5 minutes. Actually 5 is too low. Let's go to the 15. There it is. Okay, we run up, energy, take out that stop, break down, retest that up candle there, gap, and then we send it down. Right, so that was my trade. How many pips? Close to my first TP, and then bounce off. It's gonna come back down again, so I'm gonna hunt for a sell next week. On the 4-hour, I don't see any area for a long. Jump down to the hourly. I don't see any area for a long. Maybe this high could support price. Yeah, we could find support at this high, but today is Friday. You know what, just watch it. Yeah, don't do anything on it, just watch it, and then we go again next week. We find something for next week. Okay, let's, if it's gonna go up, watch it go up. Don't do anything on it. Aussie card. This was one of the sell models that just died off without respecting anything. So it was a mess, but you can see the down candles with energy to the upside. So this one here, once it's broken, should become sell. We had one here, broken, become sell. One here, broken, should become sell. This one, and then initial consolidation there. For now, this pair is super down. Right, this is super down, so let's go into the weekly. Next week we have to be very patient and very, very cautious. The reason being, we have had a wonderful week. You don't want to give back anything. Okay, next week is going to be low. You engage low, and then you learn more. Okay, after next week, if you do anything and then you give it back, you're gonna thank me. Okay, you're gonna thank me. So going into next week, like I said, you want to dial back a lot and then wait at least Tuesday, Wednesday, let something show itself to you before you engage. Okay, so this down candle should hold price and send us back down. This down candle should hold price and send us down. If we take out this low, I think we'll be dropping more, so we could use that down candle to take a short for a continuation, or wait for it to come back up here. Alright, so if we take out this low, I don't like the move away, so maybe wait for price to come back up in here for a sell. Okay, for a continuation to the downside. I think people are getting destroyed, and it's fun. My mentor is so cruel. When he says that, I look at him, I'm thinking, dude, you know people are losing money and you're saying it's fun. So this one, again, do not do anything. The only pair that I think is worth taking time on is this one, that one for today. I think there was something on this. Yeah, I think you guys should chill. Okay, you guys should chill for the rest of the day. Just take a beer and sit down, cross your leg, and watch most of their videos that lessons, right? Watch the lessons and save your capital for next week, the second part of the week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Okay, take my advice, it's gonna help you. Bitcoin, I think price has left me. Yeah, it came back to the last up candle. It didn't close as much as I wanted to. Maybe we'll come back to it and then I'll take a sell. Okay, so let's see. I think I did have this on. Yeah, I think I did have this on. We're gonna smash the market next, going into October. We are in a good season. We've got the, remember, for those of you that were with me in June, I did say June, July, August is the month that everything becomes low probability, and then September, October, November we get high probability. You've seen it, so you're gonna take that experience into next year, and then once we get to June, July, August, probably you wanna just close your computer and sit and watch TV or something like that. So I think we're gonna come back down in here. The move away was too quick, so we might come back down and rebalance. And then gold has played with me, and it's fine, it's reasonable. I'm not supposed to be doing lower time frames, which is not my strongest time frame. So I've been playing with the lower time frame yesterday, and then it just destroyed me. It destroyed me. I go short, it goes up. I only went short, I didn't go long. Okay, so I think I went short. Somewhere, I think I was on the 5 minutes. Yeah, I think I went short in here. I went short in there. Okay, the breaker always have to have context. If it doesn't have context, it won't work. The context is what is the time frame you're taking it, and what time frame trend are you following. Yeah, Aussie, New Zealand, we were following the daily trend. Euro pound, we were following the 4-hour trend. Okay, it has to have context. Yesterday I was playing around with this. It hit it, went down, gave me joy, and then came back. I closed it and then came back to my entry, and then it went up. I think it took out its high, rejected, and I was trying to sell this again for continuation to the downside, and then it went up against me. Yeah, so that's me playing around. Yeah, you learn more by engaging in price, so you know what to do and what not to do. Okay, and today we've died back down. I saw this 4-hour imbalance here. Was it 1 hour? Yeah, 1 hour gap and a down candle. Yeah, that's where price is being held, and then we see a rejection. I want to see it continue going down from there, and then all those trying to buy it, we smash them. That's what I want to see. So let's see if that's going to be the case. On the lower time frame, I've not seen any energetic move to the upside where I can use a breaker for today. Yeah, I don't see anything I can use for a breaker for today. So this one looks nice, but we do have that high. Maybe something in here, okay, for practicing. Okay, something in here. We have equal lows in here, we have equal lows down there. So if we close below for practicing purpose, sell short, stop above here or there, whichever one, and then target down there. We have equal lows. This could be a sell model. And finally, oil has been sideways. We did run some stops, rejection. We haven't taken out this high yet, so nothing to consider on this one. Yeah, nothing to consider. We've only had institutional order flow on the lower time frame, and that's it, but we haven't broken that high, so it's just range trading. It's just range trading. That's it, guys. I'm exhausted. Almost 2 hours talking for 2 hours. Thank you, Marco. Any question before I put up plug? Okay, if you guys are good, I'm good, and I will see you guys on Monday on around 2 Monday 2 p.m. on YouTube. All right. If you have anything, just send it to me in the chat room, and I'll do my best to answer you. And please don't forget the assignment. Okay, I'm gonna paste it again. If anyone is interested in taking it up, you're welcome. The assignment, if anyone is interested in taking it up to do the work, I'm gonna paste it again. If anyone is interested in looking into it for me, chat with me, and then I'll give you more insight, and then you can go in and start doing that scientific research. Okay, so yesterday's session, I said that there is a dance between these pairs. The pound Aussie, pound New Zealand, euro, pound, and Aussie New Zealand. Okay, so if anyone is interested in taking up that assignment and looking into it, all right. Okay, I got a volunteer, so I will talk to you more about it, and then you can do that work, because I haven't got much time on my hands lately. So you can do that and then send me the feedback and see what we can come up with that, because there is something in there. Yeah, I'm trying to be like Edison, the guy who invented the light bulb. I want to see where and how they manipulate these 4 pairs. Okay, I think I'm gonna disappear, and I'll talk to you guys on Monday. I love doing the sessions, so keep coming and